In the early morning of September 4, 1981, police in Lakeland, Florida responded to a distress call at an apartment complex. There, they found the lifeless body of 31-year-old Linda Slaten. Linda had tragically fallen victim to rape and strangulation using a wire coat hanger, all while her two sons, Jeff and Tim, were asleep in other rooms. The perpetrator had entered through her bedroom window. After the murder, Jeff and Tim went to live with their grandparents. Former Sergeant Edgar Pickett, who led the crime scene unit, arrived at the scene and meticulously dusted Linda's bedroom for fingerprints. He also dusted the bedroom windowsill, where he discovered a crucial piece of evidence, a palm print that would later prove pivotal in the investigation. During the subsequent autopsy, semen was collected from Linda Slaten. A few weeks later, the boys resumed their schooling, and Tim returned to playing football, his beloved sport. Coach Joe, a 20-year-old who Tim had admired, provided unwavering support, often driving him to and from practice. Tim proudly displayed a team football photo in his bedroom, taken only a month after the tragedy. This photo also served as a reminder of a valuable lesson his mother had taught him: to always keep pushing forward and never lose hope. Detectives investigated numerous suspects, including Linda's abusive ex-husband, Frank Slaten, and even her own son, Jeff. However, no one was charged, and the case eventually went cold for nearly 4 decades. In 1998, Detective Brad Grice took over the case. He sent the unknown DNA from the Slaten rape kit to the main crime lab, and a year later, they obtained a complete DNA profile of Linda's anonymous killer. Detective Grice then collected DNA samples from previous persons of interest and submitted them for comparison, but none matched. The Slaten brothers, and even Frank Slaten, were also cleared. In 2005, Detective Grice sent the unknown DNA profile to the FBI's National DNA Database, where it was continually compared to new DNA submissions. In 2018, Detective Hathcock got a call from the FDLE about a groundbreaking DNA technique called investigative genetic genealogy. The FDLE told the detective that they could have the unidentified DNA examined by genetic genealogist C.C. Moore. She uploaded this anonymous DNA to a public genealogy website, which produced a list of people sharing DNA with the unknown killer. Using birth certificates, marriage records, obituaries, and social media, she built a family tree. In the end, Moore identified 3 branches of the killer's family tree, ultimately leading to the most likely suspect in Linda's murder. According to C.C. Moore, that individual was Joseph Clinton Mills, the same man known to Tim Slaten as Coach Joe back in 1981. Now, those car rides to practice and Tim's football photo took on a dark meaning. This is because the man he once trusted and looked up to, Coach Joe, stands directly behind him in the photo. In the summer of 2019, investigators compared Mills's palm to the one lifted from Linda's windowsill in 1981, and they matched. Joseph Mills pleaded guilty to first-degree murder and sexual battery, and the judge sentenced him to life in prison without the possibility of parole.